After roasting the bones and vegetables, place the bones into a large stock pot. This is the marrow, which is what helps give the stock its thick consistency and full flavor. The roasting pan will have a lot of grease in it, but it will also have a lot of nice brown bits on the bottom, which can be added to the stock. Pour off the fat and discard. Then taste the bits on the bottom to make sure they're not burnt. If not, deglaze the pan with red wine, scraping up all of the bits on the bottom. You could use water instead of wine, but wine will give the stock a richer flavor. Now pour everything from the roasting pan into the stock pot. Add the roasted vegetables and add enough water to cover all of the ingredients by at least 2 to 3 inches. Then add the bay leaves, peppercorns, and thyme. You may be tempted to add salt or other spices. Don't. You can add all of that to whatever dish you are using the demi glaze in. Bring the stock to a boil over medium-high heat, then turn the heat to low and let simmer for 8 to 10 hours. Check the stock every now and again to make sure the bones are completely covered by water. You may need to add a bit more water as the stock reduces. While the stock simmers, skim off any fat or foam that accumulates on the surface. This stock has now been cooking for approximately 7 hours and has a nice color, but still needs to cook a bit longer. This stock has been cooking for approximately 9 hours, has reduced by about half, and is now ready to be strained. You can see the beautiful color it has. Because the pot will be hot and heavy, the easiest way to strain the ingredients is to lift them out using a slotted spoon or spider. Simply place a sieve, otherwise known as a china cap, into a pot and scoop out the bones and vegetables. When strained, you should end up with about 3 quarts of liquid. Once all the bones and vegetables have been removed, allow them to cool and then discard. If the pot is still too heavy, you can use a small saucepan to help strain the remaining stock through a fine sieve. At this point, you are left with a beautiful veal stock. You can either skim off the excess fat now, or you can refrigerate it and let the fat solidify. If you do refrigerate the stock, you must cool it down first. Place the pot into a sink full of ice water and stir it from time to time until completely cooled. Then refrigerate. See how the fat solidifies nicely when you refrigerate the stock. Simply remove the fat and discard. This is the best way to remove the most amount of fat from any stock. You can also see how the stock has become more gelatinous. To finish the demi glaze, we are now going to reduce this stock even further.